Okay, I'm going to show you how to change the Power Watchdog 50 amp surge protector replacement module. Mine went out. I've had it for 4 years. This is the module you get from Hughes for the 50 amp. It needs to be the PW50 replacement module. Nice thing about these things, you could replace the module and not have to buy a new surge protector. What happened is one of these lights went out at the bottom. This light went out, and when I called Hughes, it tells you to call Hughes, and they told me that I need a new module. That's the warning that you don't have much left of the surge protection. So they sent me a new module. The first one they told me was free. After that, it's $50 a piece. This is the package it's in, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It did come with instructions, so I'm going to show you the easy way. All right? Okay, so the first thing you do is you unscrew each end of the connections. Bring that back, unscrew the other end, and bring it back. The only tool you're going to need is a Phillips screwdriver. I got one of these big long ones here. It works. So we're going to unscrew the 6 screws. Hang on a minute. Okay, so I unscrewed 6 screws with my Phillips screwdriver, and then you just take the cover off. Slowly and surely it comes off. We hope. I might need a screwdriver for this. Hang on 1 minute. Alright, I got a screwdriver here because it is pretty tight. So this is supposed to lift off slowly but surely. And I'm just putting a screwdriver in just to help it because it's pretty old. I've had this for a while. And so this comes right off. Like this. Now, I'm going to move the camera over so you can see it. This is not working out too well, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. Here it is. So, once you have it open, you're going to be disconnecting this unit right here and putting a new one in. So, let me get this going here. Hang on. Okay, so the easy way of doing this is I'm going to bring this around this way and have this showing like this. Let me get this set up. Hold on 1 minute. I got to set up so you can see it better. So the first thing you're going to do is disconnect the module right here. So I'm going to do that. I don't know if I can do it one-handed, but this disconnects. Hang on 1 minute. I got to do it with 2 hands. So hang on. Let me see what I can do. Hold on. All right, there it is. So I'm going to disconnect this connection. It's got a clip that you just pull it. Supposedly, it's not easy disconnecting this thing. It's got, oh boy, it is tight. It definitely has a good connection. Hang on 1 minute, let me work on it. All right, well, it is a tight connection, so you gotta really wiggle it and you pull it out. All right, that's disconnected now. Now, they say there's 3 screws gotta get out. Phillips screws right here. So we're gonna get them out while you're watching. So here's screw number 1. Screw number 2 of the unit. Phillips. It looks like it's got a little washer cover. So I don't know if I got to put those back on. We'll find out. It's number 2. Number 3 is back in a hole here. I'm going to get that one out. That's, oh, I like that. See, that's nice to have a magnetic head. And then this is going to come right out. This unit. It's all tangled with this other wires. You didn't think they put them... That's nice. And this is tight. How the heck did I do that? So you gotta squeeze this out from underneath. Let's see what we can do. God, you don't have a whole lot of room. Let me see. What do we do to get this out? There we go. I think. Man, I don't want to disconnect that if I don't have to. There it goes. I'm definitely not gonna put it in that way. All right, so this is the old unit. Now these are all the surge protector items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I don't know when the light goes out. It might go out when only half are gone. I don't know if 3/4 are gone. I don't know. Then to put this back on, you just have to match the holes. There's 2 holes here. See that? Let me make sure you see that. There's 2 holes here, 1 hole there, and it matches the holes here. So just put that right in. It doesn't have, it's not that difficult, I hope. It's not exactly the easiest thing to fit in here, but it gets in. Get that wire out of the way. There. Now, it actually has little spots where the holes fit in. So you're in, it tells you you're right in. And so you put these screws back in again, and it has this little rubber thing. The new one didn't come with it. So, looks like you're going to have to use the ones you have with and the screws. And then you just screw this back in. I'm going to put them in loosely first to make sure they all go in. Looks like they're pretty much lined up. So we're putting in the new unit. Tighten it, hand tight a bit. Here's a second screw that goes in. Keep it in place. Again, it's pretty simple. They got it lined up pretty well. The magnetic screw helps a lot. Driver. Huh. Get in there, you. Okay. So that one's in. That's number 2. And then I'm going to put number 3 in. Right there. This one's right up against one of the surge units. So you gotta be kind of careful with it. And put that in. Now the whole key is keeping the screws in place in each hole. And again, there's only 3 of them. You don't have a lot of room to do this. But you got enough, I guess. This one's kind of tight. This corner one. Because it's right up against the surge unit. Oh gosh. Hang on a minute. You son of a gun. There. Alright, so I'm going to screw that one in. Now that's screwed in tight. Then you're supposed to hook this back up, and if you look at it, the green is with the green, the red's with the, so the green's on right here in this corner, so you want to match the green with the green. Let's see how that's going to match. And the black's at the bottom. How does this work? Works like that. So I would say the green is lined up with the green. The black's lined up with the black, and you just snap it in. That's it. It's in. And then all you gotta do is go back and close it. So I'm gonna close it. Make sure that the seal is back in place, because it kind of, when I took it apart, the seal kind of got changed a bit. And just snap this stuff back in. Put this in here like that. I guess I got to turn it around because that's how the screws went in. And this has to go like that. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Okay. There's the seals. They're in. And then you just have to put these 6 screws in. I'm going to put each corner in first, initially. So I'm going to put this corner in first. I'm not going to tighten it. I'm going to check the seal. The seal's tight there. It's in the proper position. I'm going to put this corner in next. Opposite. So we got each corner in. All right. Let me get these screws in. Okay. So I'm putting the last screw in. I don't want to show you all the screws going in, but what I did is I get them in all crisscrossed, and then crisscrossed here, and at the very end here, I'm just checking how tight they are. Got to be careful, you know, you're dealing with plastic here, so you don't want to break the plastic when you're screwing it in. And make sure that your gasket is flat and put in back properly, which mine is. So these screws are nice and tight. And then after that, you just screw these things back on, top and the bottom. This is the bottom part. Nice and tight. Make sure it's tight because it's got to be waterproof, you know. You don't want nothing leaking in there. And then the bottom one. Or the top one. That was the bottom one. And that's in nice and tight. There we go. So this is the replacement of the surge guard module. Power Watchdog. Since mine died after 4 years, but you know, I use it 6 months a year. We're on the road. It's always on. 6 months a year for 5 years. And who knows what kind of storms we've been through. And it says here, do not over tighten the screws. So we're not over tightening the screws. All right, that's about it. Let's see if it works. I'm gonna go and plug it in. So that's it. This is the module you get from Power Watchdog for the 50 amp non-EPO I have. The non-EPO. I don't have the automatic. It's a PDW50. This is the unit itself, so you know. So this is a lot easier than replacing your transfer switch, which would be $1,000. These are about 50. They give you the first one for free. After that, you gotta buy them. So I got my first one for free. This is it. That's about it. That's how to do it. Power Watchdog. We love them. I use them in all my RVs. Bye-bye.